Hey, this is Dale Tinsley. You're listening to the Connect podcast. Our purpose is to guide you to connect with yourself so that you can connect with others and live a life of meaning and value. Continuing the series, Connecting with Ourselves. Peace be with you. Welcome to another episode of Connect. Blessed to have you here. Today's episode is about mindset and how important it is. So let's get into some talk. What do you think about when you think of mindset? Is it attitude? Is it happiness? Thought, energy. For today's discussion, we're going to put mindset into two different categories. We've got fixed mindset and we've got growth mindset. So let's talk a little bit about both of them, and then we'll get into some different layers on how to go from one to the other, beginning with the awareness, right? Because our awareness is how we can see it, own it, process it, and mitigate a strategy to try and get where we want to be, closer to our authentic selves. So fixed mindset, stuck in your ways. That's just how I am. A lot of resistance, which is going to lead to struggle and then suffering. So the fixed mindset comes from a place of ego. There's fear of judgment, doesn't want to grow, it's very comfortable where it is. You throw the victim mentality into there. I can't. This always happens to me. It's a tough place to be. So let's contrast that with growth mindset. Growth mindset. This person is excited. They're looking for a challenge. They're solution-based. They believe in the process of anything, right? Of A to B to C to D gives you a result. And the process is where we can fine-tune ourselves and have the awareness to look at the process within ourselves, within our minds, for anything, and pick it apart. And if the process isn't working or it's not getting you the result that you want, it needs to be tweaked out. So that's the blessing of being in a growth mindset, is that you're solution-based, you have higher energy, and you're gonna find a way to get it done, right? So that's the contrast between fixed mindset and growth mindset. So what feeds each mindset? And how do we, as individuals, how do we break out of one, preferably the fixed mindset, if you're in that moment, or when that moment happens or it hits you, right? So let's say you're an optimistic person and you get bombarded with some pretty heavy challenges. So now there's feeling involved, right? You're feeling a certain way. You can feel it building within yourself. You're getting aggravated, annoyed, and you're starting to slide over into that victim mentality. You're starting to slide into that fixed mindset. Solutions, they're gone because you're in the moment of the fixed mindset, of the victim mentality. You're aggravated, your energy shifting, you're going into a dark place, right? It happens to everybody. The key in that moment is to focus on your awareness. Become aware that you're having the shift from growth mindset to fixed mindset into the egotistical reality, right? We all have ego. So the trick is to become aware of it. As you become aware of it, pause. Pause, call time out, walk away from the situation, go find some silence, go find some solitude for yourself, unless you can't. But typically, you should be able to. Call time out and just pause, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Allow the pent up negative energy in that moment to release. To release. Focus on your awareness, focus on releasing whatever's building within you, because you're getting hit with some challenges. You may feel like you're not in control of the situation, but what you are in control of is how you react. And if you don't call time out in those moments where things are building and building and building, you might react off of feeling, right? You might react off of your ego. Instead of pausing, calling the time out, resetting, refocusing, woosahing, getting back to your authenticity, and getting back to that growth mindset, and finding a solution that works for you. It's authentic to you, your intentions are pure, and it should work out for everybody. So that time out and that reset, that's key. When you're dealing with your kids, you're dealing with work, it could be any situation. It could be road rage, could be whatever's got you feeling overwhelmed in life. That time out's key. Being aware that you need that time out in those moments it makes all the difference. So that's a little taste of growth mindset versus fixed mindset. So let's get a little deeper and talk about some different layers for each one. What's associated with fixed mindset? When you're in that fixed mindset, you're in that ego mind, things aren't going my way, I don't even know why I try. What kind of energy are you putting off in that moment? What kind of body language are you putting off in that moment? What kind of facial expressions are going on? You know, your body posture, your energy, how do you feel in that moment? Oh, it's rough. Those are rough moments, but we don't have to stay there. We become aware of it. We take our woosah moment and we reset ourselves, okay? So lower energy, judgment, it's so many different things with the fixed mindset. I can't, I won't. You ever hear that saying that says, if you can, and if you can't, you're still right? That's how powerful your mindset is. If you think you can do it, you're right. If you think you can't do it, you're also right. The energy that's associated with the fixed mindset, your vibration's lower, your frequency's lower. Other things could be contributing to that also. Maybe you're drinking a lot of alcohol, maybe you're using a lot of drugs, maybe you're not exercising, you're not moving around, maybe you're eating foods that aren't promoting health in your body. And all of those things, and then you get in that pattern of one thing leading to another to lower your energy, and your own ego will use those things against you. When you look in the mirror, when you look in the mirror and you look at yourself, your own ego will use those things. Well, you're doing this, you're doing that, and beat yourself up about it, right? And it becomes this pattern of just, it can get hopeless, it can get rough. And the beginning of it is having the awareness to see it, and then the courage to look ourselves in the mirror and demand change. We demand change because we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And people can tell us that until they're blue in the face. They can call us out on all different kinds of different character defects that we have, egotistical moments that we have. And that might aggravate us, and it definitely raises our awareness and pushes us closer to that moment where we look in the mirror and we own our reality. We face it all, and in that moment, we have the choice to really start shifting our reality as individuals from a fixed mindset into a growth mindset. The growth mindset, on the other hand, limitless potential, limitless energy, vibrant, high frequency, high vibration, smiling, uplifting, full of energy, up for whatever, spontaneous, solution-minded, very adaptable, stays cool, calm, and collected for the most part, right? They're the ones that, when it's hitting the fan, they're like, oh, yeah, okay. It'll be okay. We'll figure it out. Leadership is another quality of growth mindset. And if you've been around a good leader, they keep a cool head, right? Growth mindset. They have an open mind. They have an open heart, right? It's like they have the puzzle pieces, and they pause. They allow the emotion to pass in a bad situation, right? And they start connecting the dots on how do we get out of this situation? How do we refine this moment? What process can I use to get out of this moment, or to fix this moment, or to make it better? And they're always learning. Growth mindset is always learning. They're applying critical thinking skills, right? It's about taking in all the information, not reacting on feeling, and using thought, using all the wisdom, all the experience that they've gained throughout their lives, looking at other people, gaining information from them, and everything that life has to offer and teaches us day to day, nonstop learning. And if you've been around some older people, and by older I mean like 70 plus years of age, the ones that are vibrant and the ones that are out there moving around and shaking and moving, they're still learning. They still have a good attitude. And they're still living. They're still contributing to life, to their family, to their community. They're leaving a legacy. And at the end of the day, when we look ourselves in the mirror and we're 80 years old, 85, 90, we're not going to remember the cars that we drove, the things that we had. We're going to remember the relationships that we built, the way we treated people, and the people that we became over the span of our life. So what else feeds into our mindset? How much focus we have? Are we self-accountable? Do we have self-love? Are we doing our best day in, day out? And, sometimes our energy lowers when you're going through difficult things in life and it's hitting you on an emotional level, right? We gotta kind of call time out a little bit, process things, peel the onion. That work is very taxing. And that's okay, that's part of the process. But that process blows away not dealing with it. That process blows away pretending it didn't happen, pushing it down, and storing it in your mind and in your heart, where all it's going to do is fester and toxify you, and in tune, you will push that out to the world. And it may even have a physical effect on you sooner or later if you keep not dealing with things. How do we deal with people of fixed mindsets? We were all there at some point, right? You go through that age when you're a teenager, you think you know everything. And then you realize, right, as your awareness opens. So we've all been there. Nobody pops out knowing everything. We have to learn. We have to share information. We have to grow or we get stagnant. Your attitude. For someone that has a growth mindset, the attitude that comes with that, you contrast that with the attitude that comes with someone with a fixed mindset. Your attitude will determine your altitude. And to tap in to the best of yourself, to your authenticity, to truly becoming in alignment, in tune, synchronizing all the parts of your life, the path opening up. We got to put it into that mindset. We have to invest in our mindset. So today's episode's a great opportunity for us to reflect and really think about what we're feeding our minds. And depending on how old you are, you can pause and you can really think about the music you used to listen to versus what you listen to now. How your mind has changed over the years based on experience, based on relationships, based on heartache, based on different work experiences, travel, nature. feeling balanced, physical activity. Physical activity is key for your endorphins and your energy to be flowing, for you to have momentum. Because the hardest thing to do is to start, right? To really get the ball rolling. And then once you get the ball rolling on anything that you're focusing on, now you can feel some energy shifting and some movement. Yeah. Growth mindset, turning inwards and learning about yourself as an individual, digging deep to get to your authenticity, and also growth mindset outwards, understanding other people, understanding nature, seeing the patterns in this beautiful adventure that we call life. We're one team. I hope today's episode helped open your mind and open your heart. God bless. Thanks for joining us at the Connection Studio. You can support us by sharing with others and posting to social media. Keep doing the internal work, as it will truly make all the difference. God bless.